I'm Michelle Yana-chan, and this is Fast Track's Insider Guide with my top travel tips. Jigo Kodani in Japan becomes a hotspot this time of year, famed for the macaque monkeys which bathe in the area's natural hot springs. Their behaviour is fascinating to witness. At the Snow Monkey Park, the macaques have even been known to make snowballs. Just downriver, enjoy the hot baths, here called onsens, in the area of Shibuya-naka with its narrow streets and traditional ryokan guest houses. And if you fancy hitting the slopes afterwards, head up to Shiga Kogen Ski Resort, less than an hour away by bus. In Tasmania, the Museum of Old and New Art opens this month in a winery outside the state capital Hobart, becoming the largest private art museum in Australia. There'll be works by Damien Hirst, Chris Ofili and Sydney Nolan. It's free and accessible via a 40-minute catamaran service from Hobart's waterfront. Just prior to opening is the Festival of Music and Art from January 14th through 20th, with Philip Glass, Grinderman and The Next performing. This would be my favourite place to be at this time of year. Also check out the new Art Bikes, a bicycle scheme launching in Hobart, allowing visitors to pedal free of charge between the city's cultural hotspots. Well, I'm just back from Madhya Pradesh in central India at the start of the season for tracking tigers in the wild. It's a beautiful time of year to visit because the land is lush, but the thick vegetation makes it tough to spot these elusive animals.
I've seen tourists starting from wow and crying up to oh my god after looking at this creature, because it's a thing they want to do in their lifetime, just see one creature.
That was Olwyn D'Souza, my guide in Bandhavgarh National Park, which has one of the country's highest concentrations of tigers, and I had the most success from the back of an elephant. Not only can you head off-road, but the tigers prefer the company of elephants to tourist vehicles. No great surprise, perhaps. Well, staying in India, look out for the 5-day Jaipur Literature Festival starting January 21st, with luminaries such as Orhan Pamuk, J.M. Coetzee and Kiran Desai. There'll be readings, literary lunches, debates and performances in the city's Diggy Palace. The festival's free and open to all. Immediately following the event in Rajasthan, Gaul in Sri Lanka hosts its literary festival, which this year will have a focus on Malaysian writers, poets and chefs. There'll be picnics and tea parties, music and poetry readings. In New Zealand, the Bay of Islands Sailing Week begins January 18th, just north of Auckland, with some outstanding racing events across 10 divisions. Back in the city on the last day of January, the Auckland Anniversary Weekend Regatta takes place, with a tugboat parade, canoeing contests, even radio-controlled boating events. But the serious yachties will be watching the prestigious races in Waitemata Harbour. And a couple days later is Sail Auckland, New Zealand's premier Olympic class event, which will take place for the first time on the city's North Shore. Until February 17th, China will be hosting the Harbin International Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival in the northeast of the country. Artists cut an entire themed city from ice blocks from the Songhua River. And there's also an ice sculpture contest at Jiaolin Park, with participants competing from all over the world. By day, visitors can watch the sculptors chipping away. By night, their works of art are lit up in neon colours. Remember, on February 3rd, it's Chinese New Year. After a year of the tiger, we enter the year of the rabbit. From fireworks in Hong Kong's Victoria Harbour to dragon dances in Pingyao to the temple fairs of Beijing, wherever you are, Xinyan Kuai Le. Thanks for checking in with my Insider Guide. Until next time, happy travelling.